On your mark.
So underway now in the D 3,000 metres. So top seeds around the 8:55 mark. So I'm expecting some 8:40s, but once again, these young men are going to have to work together to get that time. So as they come across, let's see who wants to take the lead early. Remember, if you lead early, doesn't mean you have to hold the lead. And it will be our Knox runner there in Jack Waters, first one to take it up. Pisa Tiero, I think, going with him, and it is. Also up there early, Maxi Luke from Collingwood Harriers, sitting on the rails. Vile might be in next position there. So they need a good steady pace. So Jack Waters is the one who's leading them out here. We'd hope to be about a 69, 70-second lap to really get them going. And they have. This is actually a nice start. So good running from Waters. You can see him just running nice and smoothly. Luke just sitting in next position. I think it might be Vile in next position, then Pisa de Chiero. So going through approximately 69, spot on where they need to be. Exactly the same as that last race. So they're certainly setting themselves up nicely here for the sub-9 campaign. Some of these runners have not broken that barrier before. So Waters leading the way. Let's see if he has a little bit of help out front there. As we see one of our Box Hill runners just scooting round to the outside. So two of the Scotch boys prominent early. So Merrigan might be one of those, also Rory Vile. And now it's Bale just getting into a bit of trouble there. This is what happens when the pace slows down a little bit. And it is Oscar Gray who's deciding he's going to push forward and try, bit more pushing and shoving. As you see that the pace just dropping a little bit, and this is what happens as they start to concertina into each other because the pace is slowing. So if that happens, boys, someone else takes the pace up. Simple as that. So moving nicely down the back straight now. Approaching the 800 metres. Pace has gone off, and that's what happens. They start to run into each other. That was the 73-second lap. So we need someone to take up the pace. We want to get really moving on this one, establish a good opening kilometre. I think at the moment they're going to be slipping through probably around the 257, 258. So it was Oscar Gray, did a nice move to get himself out of trouble and up forward. It might be Asker now starting to make a bit of a move down the outside as well. So Waters has led the first kilometre, so someone else has got to really push forward soon. So they're going through in 58. Bale up there. Pisa de Chiero now on the rails. Julian Baker sitting at the rear of the field, but there's no more than 15 metres separating the whole field. So Waters has led all the way. Is someone else going to take and help him out? And I think we're going to see a little bit of a move now, and it could be the young man, Gray from Glen Huntley, just edging forward soon. Maxi Luke's gone to the outside. Really bunched up front there as they hit the 1,200 metres. So no change out front. Everyone's staying in line at the moment. And it looks like Gray's just going to the outside. So we do need someone to really push forward if we want to get that sub-9. It is starting to slip away. So Jack Hynam to the outside, also sitting out there, Conor Merrigan. But unfortunately, it's just starting to slow and slow and slow. Finally, we're seeing some moves. So Gray leading, Luke, Hynum also up there. So 2:58 the opening kilometre. Coming down to get 3 laps to go, 1,200 out. So Bale sitting at about 4th position at the moment. Come on, Josh, you put a lot on this one. You're slipping away from that 850. So Scholes Robinson, he's sitting to the outside there. We're approaching the 2 kilometre mark. So Gray leads, Luke in next position, then Hynum. Bale edging his way forward, Scholes Robinson doing the same. Now we hit the 2 kilometre mark. So 59, so it's a 3:01 second kilometre. Hynum looking good. Luke been up there the whole way. So we're right on the 9-minute mark, but this could potentially be a slower race than the one before. So Gray's done a good job of getting this pace moving. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Scholes Robinson as well. He's positioned himself nicely to the outer lane there. Bale tucked in on the rails. Max Luke also there. Hynum's been strong. We're also seeing Ascar starting to make his way forward. Also up there, James Lay, the young man from Chilwell. Bailey Wilson from Chilwell also in the mix and making a good move too as they go into the latter stage of this race. But out front, Gray, Luke, Bale, Hynum, Scholes Robertson. I think Asker in next position there. And then it's either Wilson, I think that's Wilson in next slot, then Lay. So the 2 Chilwell boys going along nicely. So still sitting just under that 9-minute schedule. I think we're going to see a massive last lap as they come through to hear the bell. So the lap board goes to 1. There are still 8, 9, 10 potentially in this race. This will be the closest finish we see. Won't be the fastest of races, but we are going to see one hell of a kick down here when they hear that bell. Bale now edging out forward. Scholes Robinson to the outside of him. Gray on the inside and getting checked. Luke also there. Ascar in the mix as well. And Hynum to the outside. But Bale's the one who takes the initiative early. Scholes Robinson going with him. Luke's still in there, but there's signs of pain on Luke's face as they went through the bell. But up front, it is Josh Bale from Southwest. The crowd in Warrnambool is going to be going crazy, but now Max Luke decides he wants to ruin that party. So Luke moving beautifully. Scholes Robinson got those long limbs really moving. Now Hynum's back into it again, past his teammate there in Gray. And then we have Wilson from Chilwell. But out front, it's Luke and also Bale. Bale looking strong. Maybe he can hold off this challenge here as Luke just tries everything he can to get that momentum round the top bend. Scholes Robinson, has he got the goods in the last 100? Let's find out. But Bale's going to lead them into the stretch. Goes wide and takes them all wide with him. Luke on the inside. This is going to be a massive finish. 8:40 on the clock. They're going to be around that 8:50 mark. Josh Bale looks like he's got it. The crowd in Warrnambool will be happy. 8:47 unofficial, maybe 48. Luke, Scholes Robinson, great run there. Also from Bond from Ballerine. But geez, some big times there. I was having to go at them early, but they kicked home beautifully. And a massive win there for Bale. He's pumped. Good running there, Josh Bale, but also Maxi Luke, another big one from him. So some great running there. In the men's D, 3,000 metres taken out by Bale. Unofficially about the 8:48, but remember, you can check all the times on Results Hub.